Alright guys, I'm going to stop for a second. Before I get on with the video, I need to tell you my situation. My son and I are walking, and we're doing the morning walk, which we'll get to that. Over on the other side of the park, there's a car parked there, and the guy is in a seat, and either he's sleeping or I fear the worst. His head's completely over like that. We passed him 5 times now. I don't know what to do. That video clip was from early this morning when we was walking at the park. Yeah, I'm doing my morning walks. At least today was the first day. Guys, I want to talk about that clip. I want to tell you the situation. And I want to tell you, praise God, there's the Lord. Okay? Honestly, I thought the worst this morning, but it wasn't that at all. Thank God. Let me explain. Okay, I'm going to be starting my morning walks again, and I do love my morning walks. In the morning time when I go walk, usually what I see at the park is deer, I see some fox, every now and then I see a kitty, but absolutely no cars and no people. At least until I'm almost done, then my friend comes that takes care of the park. Yeah, he comes in usually about, when I'm almost done walking. Well, this morning we get down there and I start my walk. Seen a car parked there and I was like, oh, okay, he's probably playing Pokemon Run or Pokemon Go, whatever that is. There's on occasions you see people there. I said, it's quite early for somebody to be here. So I get my gear together and I make my first lap. As I was approaching the car, I looked in, there's somebody in there. And I was like, oh man, they're sound asleep. I was like, okay. So I went ahead and did my lap. It takes a while to make a whole lap. Came back, did 2 laps. You sound awesome, but you're dicking over my video. So I made 3 laps, 4 laps, 5 laps. And that's about the time I made the clip. Now, I was getting concerned on these laps because I wasn't sure. The man was sleeping, and the way his head was, it was completely cocked over like that. And as I went by the car, you gotta remember, I was getting very concerned now. And I started coughing real loud. It didn't faze the guy. I purposely coughed. Sorry about that. Whenever she barks like that, she gets my attention immediately. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the video. So I'm getting concerned right now because I'm fearing the worst. I'm fearing the guy's not with us anymore. The way his head was laying over, and I was just fearing the worst. So at this time, my park friend comes in, and I speak to him. I said, well, in that car right there, either he's sleeping or I fear the worst. And he's like, okay. I get ready to do some mowing over here, and they got the big lawnmowers. When these things start up, they're loud. He says, well, I can start mowing right here next to the car. I said, well, do it. He starts the lawnmower up, didn't even faze the person inside. He didn't move. Now the windows are up in the car, and maybe since the windows were up, he didn't hear the full force of the sound. I don't know, but he didn't faze him. So Damien and I kept walking, and we got about another couple miles in. Actually, about another mile in. Then we made the decision, we got to call the police. Guys, I thought for sure this man was a goner. So my park friend is the one that made the call to the police station, and I had to come home because I had to do the work day. Guys, when I left that park, I would have made a $100 bet easily that he was not alive. I did not think he was alive. Another buddy of mine came down to the park, my buddy Jeff. He thought he was a goner. The park guy thought he was a goner. He just did not look like he was alive. Well, good news is, paramedics came down, the police came down. The guy, all he was doing was taking a snooze. Very much alive, very much healthy. And from what I gathered, woke him up and he drove home. There is a God. There is a Lord out there. I'm telling you. Because if you would have been in my situation, my shoes this morning, you would have thought the same thing. And what kept going through my mind was when we was walking down there, and I kept saying this, and I told my buddy Jeff this. I even told my friend the park man. Yeah, my friend the park man, how you like that? I said, out of all the years I walked here, I've never witnessed anything like this. Of course, somebody sleeping in their car is no big deal. I've done it in my younger days. But I wasn't thinking this guy was sleeping. I would imagine the man probably went over there to take a little nap. He's probably on the road. He might have been, just came in from out of town, and nobody knows the circumstances, okay? He wasn't doing anything wrong by sleeping in his car. But I thought for sure, I thought the worst. Now, there was some thoughts I did have as I was walking. Do I try to knock on the window? Well, I'm going to tell you, I ruled that out. Okay, there's reasons I ruled that out, and I'd rather not say on my videos. If you know me personally, then we talked about this already. You know why I did knock on the window of the car. But anyway, guys, this ain't what this video was supposed to be about today. I brought the camera with me this morning to talk about my morning walks. I'm going to start my morning walks up again. But guess what? We're going to postpone that until tomorrow probably. But right now, there is a God, and let me tell you what, if there was a miracle, I think that was one performed this morning, because I'm telling you now, that man did not look alive to me. The position of his body in that car and the way his neck was, I don't see how anybody can sleep so sound as he was. He must have been exhausted. He didn't budge when they started that lawn tractor up right next to that car. He did not budge an inch. And I'm telling you now, lawn tractors are loud, especially the park crew, the kind they use. He didn't budge. And the way he was like laying in that seat, that must have been the most uncomfortable position. I know for a fact the guy probably has neck issues right now. He was not what I thought he was. Praise God for that. Because I didn't know how I was going to, I didn't know how I was going to feel about that one, to be honest with you. Personally, myself, I'm okay. I've seen things like this before, okay? But my son hasn't. And as we was walking around thinking the worst, I kept asking Damien, I said, listen, and this is why we had to cut our walk short. I said, listen, we have to stay down here until we see what's going on. We got to get the police involved and see if this guy's okay. I said, we have no choice but stay here. I said, are you okay with this? I said, if the worst is the worst, how are you going to feel about that? He says, oh, Dad, it's sad to see, but, you know, I don't know what to think about it. In other words, he understood and he was okay with it. You know, I wasn't sure he was okay because, you know, he's my son, so. Yeah, so guys, that was my morning. Quite interesting morning, I'm telling you. Quite interesting. But I did find out, what I did was I came home, I had changed clothes, then on my way back out again, I ran into my friend Jeff, and that's when he told me, hey, Mike, that guy was completely fine. They woke him up, and he was okay. I was like, praise God for that. Now on to other things. I was also going to put this on video. My truck battery is dead. Now I am able to get a start out of it, if I'm lucky. I kind of got one last night, I got one this morning. I don't know if it'll start here for me in a few minutes or not, but I was going to actually make a video on that too. I was going to check, I was going to get this on video, me checking to make sure it's the battery and not the alternator. There's an easy test on that. All you got to do is put a volt tester on there and, you know, read if it's 12 and a half or 13 amps by when that thing's running, then the battery, you know, is the battery and not the alternator. But that won't be on the back burner because I don't even want to talk about the truck. I just need a new battery. Tell you, nickel and dime me, huh? You guys ever had experience like that? You know, especially if you're a walker like me. You ever have an experience where you see something and you think it's something else, but it turns out to be completely okay? I'm very happy. When my buddy Jeff told me, he says what was going on, I was like, praise God for that. Because I was thinking the worst, he was thinking the worst, my son was thinking the worst, heck, the park guy was thinking the worst, you know? But it wasn't the worst. Alright guys, that's all I got. I'm going downstairs, edit you all up in the production room, and I'm going to see if my truck will start. If I get it started, I'm going to make sure it's not my alternator and it's the battery. I'm going to check it out, and then continue on with my evening. Guys, thanks for watching. It means more to me than I could ever say. And by the way, real quick, I won't have the intro on this one, but for now, we're going back to the old intro. I have been reading some of the comments, and guys, I don't know what I was thinking. The intro, I don't care for it. No. We'll make a new and improved one down the road. But right now, let's go back with the old intro. You know, I may always leave that old intro on there because I earned the right to use that old intro because I got ate up with ants when I made the darn thing. And plus, I just like it. But until next time, come on, let's get out of here. We'll see you in the morning.